Hello, Quad Cities. We're Have Your Cake. We're very happy and honored to be a part of the Clock Fundraising Telethon event. That's a difficult thing to say, but it's also difficult to say a lot of the things that we feel in our lives, and we're so thankful that Chase has put together Clock for people and our families and our friends that we care about and love, to find a place to find the support where otherwise sometimes it's very difficult to find. So thank you for that, and thank you for letting us play a small role in trying to keep that going. So hope you enjoy. I was afraid, I was petrified. I kept on your face. I should have changed all of my locks. I should have made you leave your key. If I had known for just 1 second you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go walk out the door, just turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with decided I think I'm problem? Or did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, I will survive just from all the strength I have just not to fall apart. I'm trying hard to bend the pieces of my broken heart. But now I'm saving all my loving for someone who's loving me. Oh, now go walk out. Oh, just turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with a side? I think I'd crumble. Or did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, now I will survive. Yeah, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll be alive. I got all my life to live. I've got all this stuff to give. Thank you!
That was one too many.
Oh, hey, Quad Cities. We're Have Your Cake. We're going to play another song. Yeah! Dude. I don't want to sit across the table from that's loaded with weapons, packed up and ready to roll. Heard of some grave signs out by the highway, a place where nobody goes. Sound of gunfire off in the distance, I'm getting used to it now. I'm fast calls, full of pieces, don't even know my real name. On the hillside, the trucks are loaded, everything's ready to roll. Sleep in the daytime, I work in the nighttime, I might not ever get home. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. This ain't no mud. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. No time for dancing, for lovey-dovey, I ain't got time for that now. What about you? What's me in college? Why go to night school? Well, it'll be different this time. Can't write that out, can't sing no close at all. I can't write nothing at all. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. Now I'm home. Tapping for life. I know that that ain't allowed. We're just like students, we're just like housewives, or in a suit and a tie. I changed my hairstyle so many times, I don't know what I look like. This ain't no party, this ain't no disco, this ain't no fooling around. I wanna hold you, I wanna kiss you, but I ain't got time for that
Singing something about how it can hours. Thinking it's the sun show.
Inc. is a truly unique center we have here in our community.
It's a place where I can go and not be judged for who I am.
When I was growing up, there wasn't a place like this.
We do not have anything like this in our community, especially geared towards the youth.
Ever since I've started going to Clock, my life has completely changed for the better.
They allow for me to make some of the greatest friends of my life, to develop connections within the LGBT community, and develop myself as a leader.
It's given a safe place.
Clock Inc. is a godsend. This organization is life-changing. It's something I wish I had when I was younger, growing up as a gay man.
They have incredible programs. They host career workshops. game nights, and youth groups.
The resources and services provided by Clock Inc. gave me a second chance at life when I felt as if there was nothing left for me.
It's a place where I get all the support that I could ever ask for.
It has helped me as a transgender person make friends that are like family.
And it's also just a safe space for everybody to just have a good time.
Clock has my full support every day for the rest of my life. Thank you, Clock.
Good evening and welcome to Clock Inc. A Time Is Now. I'm Eric Sorensen, the senior meteorologist at WQAD TV here in the Quad Cities, and we have got a show planned for you tonight. This is unlike anything that we ever thought we were going to do. In fact, our original thought was to have a big performance and a big show where we would invite you all to come and sit with us and enjoy some entertainment together. But of course, the pandemic had different things for us. So just about 6 months in the making, nobody said no. I don't know why anybody didn't say no when I said, let's have a telethon. Oh, actually Chase did. I said, why don't we have a telethon, a good old-fashioned telethon? And well, how do I do it? Well, here's how you do it. Clock.givesmart.com. This is the website where we put everything together for you. You click on donate, then make a difference, choose a gift amount, and then donate. That's how easy this is to be able to do. There's also other ways that you can donate, and we'll get more into that in just a little bit. Now, once you go to that Clock Give Smart page, hey, I want to show you what it looks like on my computer right now. And you can see I'm being outbid on some things here. We've got a lot of different things on here, and something for everybody and for every different family. Keep in mind that you can peruse these as we head through the night tonight, as we're going to give you lots of different things. Ooh, I'm winning the Mary's on Second basket, you guys. Oh, I love that because Sean and I love some Bloody Marys, and there's Bloody Mary mix in there. So a lot of things we want you to check out as we head through this evening, but this is going to be an evening full of fun and understanding, and of course the bottom line is love. So we want to begin tonight with a performance here. Oh, I've got to thank Fresh Films first, right? Fresh Films has been so awesome in getting us some of the equipment that we're using here tonight. We've got Becky and Chase kind of running the things from our control room. And I want you to, I can't believe we haven't made a mistake yet. This is great.
30 seconds in.
30 seconds in, and we're doing it.
Hello, everybody. This is singer-songwriter David G. Smith. I am a native to Iowa, but I have a 20-plus year history of working in Nashville, Tennessee as a songwriter and now as an artist. And I am thrilled to be here to speak on behalf of Clock. I'm going to play a song for you here in a bit, but I won't Gary. Don't know the weight you carry until it's gone. Don't know the weight you carry or a way to move on. You don't know how much you buried, only that something feels wrong. You don't know the weight you carry or a way to move on. You don't know how much you buried, only that something feels wrong. You don't know the weight you carry, you don't know. Something that you don't want to fight, something that you want to make right, something that causes you pain. Heavy on you, something on your tongue wants to speak the truth, something that you never told anyone else, something that you never even said to yourself. Now I can't roll.
And thank you very much for that performance. We really appreciate everybody for tuning in. And Elise back there, you said there's a handful of people who've already given. That's fantastic. We want to keep that going here for tonight. In fact, our first shout out goes to Aaron Thomas, who gives a donation to Clock for $200. So very good, Aaron. Keep those coming in. And so how much do I spend to have Hulu or to have Spotify? Well, what if there was a way that you could give to Clock Inc. just every month? Just think, add it on to whatever you spend for Netflix, right? Look at this, $5 a month. Well, guess what? You can be in the Gears category of the Clock Circle. I spent $5 at Starbucks today. So it makes sense if that's only $5 a month. And this also gives us a way to have some teenagers and young adults to be able to give to their community center too. And this is also a way for family members who have seen Clock Inc. help their kids and their grandkids to be able to give as well. So think about the Clock Circle. Go to clockinc.org, click on the Clock Circle, and join, pick out which membership that you want, sign up. And again, we appreciate that because the Clock Circle keeps us going throughout the year. All right, first up here, who put Becky first? Becky, how did you get to go first?
I put myself there.
Becky's our director. She's punching all of the buttons here, but we wanted to put Becky, of course, first because not only do we have to introduce Becky because she is one of our fantastic board members here at Clock Inc., but she's got the best laugh. Take a look.
My name is Becky, and this is my story. I had a hard time in college knowing this secret about myself that my parents didn't know or my friends didn't know. I mean, they knew, you know, my parents kind of always knew. My friends knew, but it wasn't me telling them. So I came out by telling my parents at the dining room table that I was gay. I think I had some fear. I mean, I think that everyone does. I think that, you know, we spend so much time psyching ourselves out almost, and they said, that's fine. And that's kind of it. I was actually one of the lucky ones. I didn't have a big dramatic, you know, coming out. My parents have been supportive the whole time, and so it's not super exciting, but nice to share. Your parents might not be the ones who support you right off the bat, but you have a friend or someone in your life, a teacher, even sometimes an acquaintance who will support you and help you in any way they can.
You can't help but laugh along, Becky. She is wonderful. She brings so many good ideas to us here at Clock, and I feel like we're kind of the four amigos because we got Becky there, we got Chase, we got Elise back over here. So literally only four of us are putting this on here for tonight, but we wanted to thank you for being a part of it. Next up is, you know, when you think about an LGBTQ organization, you may think that you have to be in the rainbow, in that color, in that acronym. But you know what? A lot of times we forget about our supporters and our allies. And one of our most important allies is Jane. Jane is on the board here with us at Clock, comes up with great ideas, and she is our #1 ally.
My friend and his partner welcomed me into their circle of friends, and through them I started volunteering at Pride events. If you're watching this and you feel you don't have anyone to talk to, reach out to anybody at Clock or come to a Pride festival and ask to find a staff member. They will help you find someone else that can help you and be a friend for you, and just be there with a hug and support. That if you're listening to this and you hear something or see something that doesn't make you feel good, that you see someone in trouble or see someone hurting, don't keep it inside. Step up and speak out for that person. All I can hope for is that everyone in the community can find an ally and know that they have one.
I got to remember to turn my mic on. See, that's what I got to do, and I'm going to forget this. Somebody's going to let me know. But thank you very much, Jane, for always being a part of this. And Jane and her husband are out here tonight helping us out. And we wanted to do, oh, wait a sec, this just appeared. Jennifer Olson, we want to thank Jennifer Olson tonight for the $100. An announcement that you may not have heard. I thought this was Mom's secret, but apparently it's not anymore. So another place where your dollars are going to tonight. All right, so me being the weather guy and seeing it on the map, I learned being in the Quad Cities, it's Orion and not Orion, but we've got Orion right now, and Orion is giving us a good message tonight to come out when you feel safe. One day you'll be able to find and live your truth. So, Orion.
Hi, my name's Orion, and this is my story. When I came out as trans, they were kind of like in the car forcing it out of me. Like, is this something you're comfortable with? But later I told them that I was pansexual, and they were really supportive because it makes sense. But with my dad, it was a completely different story. How it's a bad thing that nobody should do because it's not natural, and that really set the bar for where his feelings were. And he was just unhappy and said a lot of things and kept going with those lot of things until eventually I just left. Just completely stopped going to my dad's and just stayed with my mom's. It's been wonderful, and I don't have to worry about every day being scared of just saying my preferred name instead of my birth name. When I came out to his parents or my grandparents, I was really concerned, but they were more supportive than he was. So I'm really proud of them for that, and I'm just proud of myself because I didn't think I would do it. Yeah, I knew that it was okay, but I didn't know that it was completely okay. And if you don't feel like you'd be safe at home coming out, then just wait if it's the safest bet that you have, because it could help you in the long run, and soon you'll be able to be and do whatever you want and be who you are without having to worry about somebody not allowing it.
Completely different, and we're going to talk with Chase about that in just a little bit. Now, we wanted to be out in a lot of different places, and we are tonight. As long as you're socially distanced and you're doing the right thing, you can go down to one of two bars. It's our battle of the bars going on right now, so we want to join
all the music that we had at the beginning.
Very good. And so are people making the donations there?
I don't know. I believe they have been starting to make some donations. I know we got a couple cash donations, so we're just kind of trying to push for these internet ones instead. It makes it a little bit easier to keep track of everybody.
Yeah, and big thanks to both Varieties and Mary's on Second for being there. Now, you guys are going to have a live shot at Varieties coming up in a little bit, because it's a battle of the bars to see who donates the most here for tonight, and tell people what they're going to win.
Oh, if the winning bar gets to have some pizza. So I'm hoping that I'm at the winning bar because I'm starving.
Yes.
I'm hungry.
Well, thank you.
I'll take some over there to you.
All right. Thank you for being our roving reporter. You are the best. I would give you an Emmy if I could.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh, that is great. All right, so we'll check back in there in just a little bit at Mary's on Second in the Rainbow District of downtown Davenport. One of the things, we have surprises for you here tonight, as well as more entertainment coming up in just a little bit, so stay tuned for us on that. But what we want to do right now is talk about a secret. Have you seen this? We're giving away this huge TV. It is 55 inches, and it's got, you see right underneath the TV there, it's got, what is that called? A sound bar. A sound bar, which of course everybody knows is a bar of sound. And that's what is going to make, you're watching this huge TV set. It is, by the way, it's back there. I don't know if you can see it. It's right back there. 55-inch TV. You're saying, how do I win? All you need to do today is make one donation. If you make a donation tonight, you are in it to win it. Now, here's the catch, is we are going to give a name just a little while, just minutes away, okay? So stay tuned. If your name is called, you're only going to have 2 minutes to call us back, and then you win the TV. If 2 minutes passes, we're gonna go to the next person. So you've gotta be watching. Also, this is another thing. Right now, tell your family members, tell your friends, go make donations. This organization, Clock Inc., is the fact that on our board team, we actually have teenagers that are part of our leadership team. And so we wanted to introduce you to one of those people, Alexander, right now.
Hi, my name is Alexander. This is my story. My sophomore, junior year of high school, I knew I was trans. I came out as trans to my mom. All the people supported me except my biological father, because he's one of Jehovah's Witnesses and wants nothing to do with me because of that. Same for my grandmother. I've always dealt with dysphoria, feeling not right in my own body, but now I can deal with it better and I have support. So you're not alone, because being alone is hard, and I've been there. You can reach out to anyone online, even if it's just an app like an AI app, and you're just talking to a robot or someone. Just try to reach out to that person to feel that connection so you don't feel alone.
Of support and a lot of people who care and love you until sometimes after you come out, and then you realize who is so valuable in your life. Well, one of the things about Clock Inc. is the doors here are open to people who need it, to people who don't feel that there's anybody out there, that they may be alone. Well, there's always answers. And here at Clock Inc., whether it is youth group or adult group, there are always answers, and there's always a loving community. So that's something to remember here for tonight. We do have another performance coming up from Lojo in just a few moments, so stay tuned on that.
And I knew there was a word for it when I was around 8, and I did all the typical tomboy stuff. I rode skateboards and motorbikes, and I even was one of the first girls in Minnesota to play on a boys' team in the 6th grade. I had crushes. I always had so many crushes. I never came out in school. I tried a couple of times and I couldn't do it. But I remember driving to Grandma's house for Christmas, just me and my mom just kind of casually says, "You like girls, don't you?" And I remember like freaking out just for a moment, and then like, you know, trying to, I don't know, be blustery about it or something, but I said, yeah, and especially like redheads. And I really don't remember the conversation after that, but I think that means that the conversation didn't get weird or wrong or bad, you know, because I just don't remember what we really said. So that was me coming out to my mom at the age of 14, no big deal. Thank goodness. It turns out a few years later I found out that my mom was gay, so that might have had something to do with it. I had a very good experience coming out. No problems, I didn't really lose any friends, at least none that I really cared about, you know. My mom's gay, so that was no big deal. I came out to my dad when I was in my 30s, and just kind of said, "Dad, I need to tell you something." He says, "Yeah?" I said, "I'm gay." And he started laughing and just went, "No."
Lojo's great. Hey, joining us right now, Chase Norris, our executive director. Are you nervous? It's all come down to this.
It's happening. There is no turning back.
You are such a pro.
Not at technical.
We're all doing something tonight that we haven't done before. Talk about the fact that Clock Inc., this is now a year and a half in. How does it make you feel when you get to meet a new face that walks in the door? Year and a half. I'll take it since the door opened for the first time. Maybe about the community or the people in the community.
That there is a tremendous amount of support here, and I'm from a very small town where there's very little diversity, and so the fact that people are just supportive and welcoming, that's huge, and that's awesome.
What do you think needs to change so that we get rid of the stigma that being LGBTQ is less than?
I think just
about how we as a community need to come together. Talk to us a little about where we go from here, and maybe some of the advice that you have maybe today, because it's November 1st. I think of Thanksgiving and Christmas are very, very scary times for kids and adults who haven't come out yet.
I think just to be open and to listen. You don't always have to give your opinion, your feedback, just because it may not go with what you
talk about. Kids and adults that walk in who are LGBTQ. It's also about parents too. Have you been reached out from parents who have kids that say, I don't know what to do?
Oh, all the time. At least like 5 calls a week or 5 emails, and sometimes even more. And just, hey, we have a Parents and Allies group on the 3rd Wednesday of every month at 6 o'clock. Or on our website under our resources tab, we have resources about, we have a parents guide. It's good karma that we, of course, were prepared for the entire year of events and down to the exact month, and COVID decided to switch that up. But I think viewing it from a positive angle, it's forced us to get creative. Who else is doing a telethon right now? Thanks for that idea. But we've...
Yeah, thanks for the idea, Eric.
You got it, Becky.
It's forcing us to step out of our comfort zone and to figure out what can we do to still...
Get up in the morning, there's a full moon in the sky. You lift your eyes up, awaken to the dawning. When first you realize you gave your heart up. Answer to the calling. You know what you will find. You made your mind up. It comes and it flows down the wall until it comes to the fall. At the start of it all, feels like the end. Welcome, friend. All these wonders never cease to amaze me. In the middle of all this craziness, I hear a voice that's crying, somebody save me. Look around and there's no one else, no one but me. So you give it to the morning and all that it defies. You hold your head up. Waking like a newborn, truth within your lies. You kick your feet up. And you come on without warning. Oh, you sound your battle cry. You raise your voice up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up, raise it up. Comes and it flows down the wall until it comes to the fall. At the start of it all, it feels like the end. Welcome, friend. Welcome, friend. Raise it up, hold it up, raise it up, kick it up. Raise it up, hold it up, kick it up, raise it up. Step into the water. Step into the water.
Welcome back, and thank you very much to Lojo for that performance. Keep those donations coming in, and we'll give you a reminder in just a minute. It's clock.givesmart.com, or you can go to our website, clockinc.org. This is also the time that we encourage you to share this broadcast with your friends, your family, and say, hey, listen, they need our help. Because during the pandemic, it has been really hard because the rent doesn't go away, the light bill doesn't go away, and even some of the cost of this. What's going on out there right now?
Right now, we're just hanging out. We got some people here. They're all down there doing things. People, hello, people. Yeah.
I love it.
We didn't pay them to wave at all, so that's good. That's great. There you go.
And, you know, it's a Sunday night, you guys, so sometimes it's hard to get people to come out and about, but we got donations coming in from both places right now, so they know what's on the line, right? The more that they donate, they're at Varieties or at the other place next door, which we're not going to talk about because we're not going to give them the free advertising right now. So are they all donating?
We're gonna get it. Don't you worry.
Okay.
We're working on these people.
Well, you tell them that I will be down there if they don't donate. After this is over, they're going to have Sorensen come down there and give them a piece of their mind. And also, I want to thank you two both for being such a part of Clock Inc. And not only that, I love your masks, and I really appreciate that we're taking things safely as well. So. We'll check in with you guys in just a little bit, okay?
Thank you for inviting us to come and hang out with you.
Aw, you guys are so sweet. All right, wish we could be there with you guys. Say hi to everybody. Ah, that's great, right? Yeah, we got some people out there, and I gotta hold on. I gotta turn this off, otherwise we're gonna get this nasty feedback, and we don't need that, right? All right, what we want to talk about right now are the businesses who have kind of come together to help us with our cause here for tonight. So let's bring some up on the screen for you. Look at those fancy graphics. How cool is that? We've got Brad Fugate from Modern Woodman Financial, so thank you very much, Brad. Molly and Jerome from Fireplaces Plus, some of my favorite people. I don't know if you know what DDSPC means. It means he's a really good dentist. It's exactly what it stands for. Finally, we have the JCs of the Quad Cities. Now, everybody knows what the JCs does, and they do a lot. Am I getting feedback on this thing? I don't know how to stop it. I guess I have to leave the meeting. There we go, that works. I didn't want to hear myself. So thank you to the JCs for helping support. Somebody is going, if I'm going to need a lawyer, Vandergins Law. Or if Vandergins Law is like, Eric, we will not represent you, there's Olson Law Firm. So you had 2 for the price of 1. So no, seriously, thank you to Vandergist and Olson Law. Should we talk about the mystery? Are we going to talk about the mystery yet? Should I get the mystery ready?
We can show.
Do we want to show the mystery? You know, I suppose we could. I don't know. Are we doing? We are doing the mystery. All right, so let's go to my computer for just a second. Now you may see there's the mystery box right there. All right, here we go at clock.givesmart.com. I don't know why I'm right here in the center of the screen, but just don't worry about that guy, okay? I don't know how to get rid of that either. I'm getting old. I'm really getting old. What? That's my Zoom window? Well, all right. Hi, how are you? Let me see. Where? Oh, right there. Okay, right there is the mystery box. It's up to $55. Somebody raised it $5. Coming up, we're going to tell you what's in the mystery box, but you have to bring that number up past $55, okay? So the mystery box is coming up. Hi there, friends. Are we having fun? We are having fun. This is a good time, because that's what a telethon's all about. Let's talk about the ways that you could donate here to Clock here tonight. It's really easy to do. Go to clock.givesmart.com, click Donate, click Make a Difference, choose a gift amount, then donate. Then, there really probably should be a 6th thing on there. 6th is to challenge your friends, your family, your workmates to do the same thing. The challenge means that we can double the amount if you give. And a big thanks to Nikki, I'm going to butcher this name, Nikki Milovanovic. I think I got it right. Milovanovic. I was not even close. I sucked at that. All right, Nikki, but thank you very much for your $100 donation, because it means a lot. Oh, my goodness. Are we doing good? Are we doing good? Are we on time?
I have no idea.
We have no idea.
We are on track.
Well, you know, it's Sunday night, and the sun went down so early, everybody doesn't know what they're...
13. I basically was just so tired of feeling like I had to keep this big secret all the time. So I was waiting for my mom, and I wrote on a little note card that I said I'm gay. So I waited until I heard her coming back, and then while I'm just facing away from the door, I'm like this, here, take it. It wasn't my mom, it was my older sister. I'm like, okay, time to grab my dog and make a run for it. Well, I hear my mom stomping back towards the room, and I'm like, this is great. So she comes in, I'm ready to start bawling my eyes out, and she's like, why didn't you tell me sooner? She just was really accepting of it, and so was everyone else. It's what I really needed to hear, because you want it to be normalized. You want it to just be like, hey, I like the color purple. Okay, that's cool. You just want it to be accepted. So many people treat LGBT kids and stuff when they come out. You see it so negatively that you just get scared. You're like, I know this probably won't happen, but what if? What if? After I came out to my classmates, within the first 5 minutes, I got called a dyke for the first time. Well, it wasn't the first time, but the first time since I was out, which honestly was disappointing. It made me feel really upset because, I don't know, no one really wants to be called something derogatory. Some kid was being really pushy, tell me why you're a lesbian and stuff, and I said no, because you've called me a dyke before, and when I was younger, and he was like, that's because you are a dyke. So that really wasn't cool, but went to the principal, they took care of it, but it wasn't a first. Over the next year, it kept happening again and again. I got called a dyke, I got called a fag, I got told that it led to me dropping out. you'll feel alone, but like you're not alone. And it can take time to like find the people that like it'll take time to find people that are going to support you wholeheartedly and that you're gonna feel 100% comfortable around. School can be hard, but it's not the only thing present in life.
What is something about your story and entire experience that you're most proud of?
That I'm alive.
Hannah, how are you doing these days?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good. From your story, it seemed like you were lucky enough to have like really, really wonderful parents and supportive home, but then like you got to school and it sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, to put it bluntly, school was pretty awful for me. I got called like slurs on not daily, but pretty regularly.
So how do you think, and I've gotten to know you over the past year here at Clock. How do you, and I think that you are on your way to becoming a leader. How do you think that we change that? How do we make it better for all kids who are in school?
I think that honestly, Clock can help with that a lot, because if you're able to get teachers to understand how to stop those situations, it could really help a lot of students. So since Clock provides trainings for teachers and stuff, I think that if every school were to have something like that, to have Chase come in and do a training, explain how to like better understand and help students, I think that could really be helpful, because if my school had that, I feel like maybe things would have been different. Maybe I wouldn't have to switch to online school, and maybe I wouldn't have gone through all the trouble I did with school.
Mm-hmm. Well, you will show all of them, my dear. So, all right. Well, I'm excited to see you next time soon. Okay?
Cool.
Stories like Hannah's are pretty common. The school playground, the school cafeterias can sometimes be the hardest places for kids who are different. And when you are here and you're able to see the faces of the kids when they come to group, it's pretty fantastic. And I think it's pretty awe-inspiring when you get to see what these kids are able to do when they realize that being different is what makes us better. In fact, when I was growing up, I was teased because I was different. I walked different, I talked different. You write like a girl. How's a girl supposed to write? I had good penmanship, right? But that was a problem when I attempted suicide. So now we need to pause to remember those who are struggling to come out, and those who haven't made it this far. It's our hope that nobody ever falls through the cracks.
Something in a steeple bell makes me want to stand up straight, makes me want to be myself, makes me want to stay that way. Anytime I look at you, I am who I make a vow. Anytime I look at you, I believe in what you see, something in you, so something in me. And to this day, I'll never know why you ever showed up to change my views, but I can say for certain I'm the person that you saw that day as true. Now when I see you see me, I know we see more than others do. So something in change my views, but I can say for certain I'm the person that you saw that day as true. Now when I see you see me, I know we see more than others do. So something in me, there's something in you, something in this simple song makes me want something in you, something in
Big thank you to Emily Hurd. She is a fellow Rockfordian like me, and when I asked if we could feature her on our Time Is Now Telethon, her answer was absolutely yes. So we wanted to thank her for sharing her beautiful voice tonight. And that's what this is about. It's to make sure that we all have that voice. One of the oh, by the way, our battle of the bars continues to go. We're going to wrap this up soon because we got to deliver the pizza. That's got to happen. We are proud to be in Rock Island, Illinois, and one thing that I've learned here is to have a mayor that has been so supportive. So joining us tonight, we have Mayor Mike Tomes. Hi,
Mayor, thanks for being with us here tonight on this important night as we're raising money to keep our doors open here at Clock. What does it mean to be the mayor of Rock Island and have Clock Inc. in your community?
You know, it's an honor. It's an area that has been, I hate to use the word neglected, but shoveled under the carpet too long. And we're proud to be part of the organization that brings it out and talks about it, deals with the situations. But, you know, it's so helpful. The people that it helps is just is amazing.
Where do you think that we can still improve? I mean, you know, I'm going to ask you, from when you and I were kids, it seems like things have improved greatly with the respect of acceptance in our community. But where do you think we still need to improve?
You know, we still need to improve by having more people out there yelling from the rooftops that this is okay. Yeah. That, you know, we're all together here and we want to be able to participate in life together, enjoy life and everything it has around it. And so we should be more accepting. And so I guess I come back to, we need to market it more. We need to talk about it openly and not once again think, oh, with this group of friends, I really can't talk about it, you know, or that one I can't. No, you got to take a stance and help out.
I mean, you are setting an example as an elected leader that is doing that. How do we get other elected leaders on board and saying, you know, hey, listen, we accept all parts of the community?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe with the format of, you know, we get together as mayors and city managers on a regular basis. And so it could be just a format or forum that I bring it up in front of them, or invite a guest speaker like yourself or Chase or somebody to come talk to the group and say, here, people, here's how you can help. And sometimes it's not money. Sometimes it's just help get the word out that there is a place to go and that we need to hold hands together.
So, you know, what do we do in our community when we still have that percentage of people that that think that people who look differently or act differently or who have different sexual orientation are less than?
You know, I'm not sure exactly the best way. I'm not an expert in that field, so to speak. But, you know, this falls more than just with what Clock Inc. is doing and everything else. This is a diversity issue that we have throughout the Quad Cities, you know, with color, with, you know, religion. There's a lot of areas that we're still having that stigma out there. And so your question is how to continue to break that down.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it's just more, I'll call it rallies. It's more informational meetings.
And even having conversations. You know, I think we shy away from situations that we're not comfortable with, you know, and I think that's our downside.
You know, the old joke is, you know, well, we're not going to talk about religion, race, or politics tonight, you know, type deal. And it's kind of like, no, we need to start opening that up, and we need to have those conversations. Don't lump this situation in with the politics. You know, it's separate, and let's talk about it. And it not saying that it has to be the same as everybody else, but that doesn't make it wrong. That's what makes it strong, is everybody has different. That's what makes America great. Quad cities, I'll even focus it down to, is that we are diverse. And it's fun to have, and it's great learning experiences to have diverse thoughts. You know, this is normal, by the way. People say, well, wait a minute, this isn't normal. It is normal.
Yes.
You know, it is. And so how can we think here with your heart and then your pocketbook of what we can do to help. And so please give. I challenge people, if they wish to even call me and say, Mike, why are you doing it? What do you think? I'll take that phone call.
Well, we really appreciate that. And, you know, I've only lived in 5 places in my entire life, and I can say unequivocally that this is the most caring place that I have ever lived in my life. So, and I appreciate you. Clock appreciates you for being a leader and a supporter. And we just wanted to share how much we appreciate you tonight.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's a two-way street. And I got to say thank you to you and Chase and the others there for standing up and putting this together. It's not easy to put an organization together to get this thing started, let alone keep it sustainable. So the thanks go to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor, for being with us here tonight and for being so supportive. I mean, you think about who are the role models in our community. Well, Mayor Tomes has proven that he is a role model. And I don't know if Mayor Tomes knows this, but we are all coming over to his house for Thanksgiving now. No, seriously, thank you very much, Mayor, for being with us and being so supportive. Hey, we want to go to another coming out story that is a positive story. For Milo, coming out was the hardest thing that was ever done, but it was key to being authentic. Say hello to Milo.
It's way harder, just because there's a lot more at stake. The response was pretty good overall. No complaints. I'm lucky that I was in a position where I'm surrounded with love and support. Well, I thought it was easier to live as the person I was before, but I'm most proud of myself for doing it and living authentically, because you only get one life. So I finally kind of feel like I've started to truly live, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. Every month is an exciting new step forward, so that's cool. Do what's safest for you, but know that you can do it eventually, and it's a weight lifted off your shoulders when you actually get that opportunity.
We are just about to wrap up our Battle of the Bars between Varieties Nightclub and Mary's on 2nd in Davenport, duking it out for the bragging rights of which bar could give and raise the most money here tonight. And we've got all this pizza. It's on the way, right? What time is it? It's there. It's there. Are we announcing the winner? I think this is it. This is it. Who won, Elise? Who won? Drum roll, yes! All right, they're going in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give the play-by-play at Mary's on 2nd.
And here are the winners of the pizza, guys. Woo! Hey.
Oh, I love it.
I don't have time for your yelling.
They're a little sore.
I'm not sore. I'm bitter.
Well, we love it nonetheless. You know, it maybe the Varieties people, they could come over and just sneak a piece and run out. You know, that's what they need to do. But you know what? Seriously, hey, thanks. Can you guys personally thank everybody that's at all of those places that has given? Because that's the bad thing about doing a telethon is we don't get to see all the people who are donating. You know, I get some names that are right here, but you guys get to actually see the people who donate. So please thank them individually for us tonight.
Yeah.
Will do.
Oh, look at that pizza. All right, you guys enjoy. Thanks, everybody. Oh, that was great. Now let me disconnect here, otherwise we're going to hear me reverberate all over the place, so we don't need any of that. So thank you especially to the folks down there at both of these businesses for helping us out here for tonight. And pizza. How about that? They can sit back and enjoy the rest of the show. Absolutely. And let me tell you, this show has made me hungry. We want to go right now to, actually, you know what? The wind was like 80 miles an hour today in the Quad Cities. And the water temperature at Lake George is like 48 degrees. But there's a possibility that Emma could be out on her kayak.
At an early age that my parents were okay with being gay, being trans, anything that you were, that was cool with them. I was able to go into it casually and excitedly that this was my time to announce this. I was 16 when I finally started telling people and telling my friends. And eventually they found out and everybody found out, and it ended up all being okay. But at the time, thinking about losing your friends is one of the scariest things, especially when you're in high school. It's so important. I think I am most proud that I just didn't delay. When have faith in your ability to know who you are, to trust yourself, and to surround yourself with the people that are going to love you no matter what.
Come in and give their coming out stories. We never thought that each one was going to be completely different. And that's what this is all about, and that's the reason why we need you to donate and have your friends and your family donate to Clock Inc. in our telethon tonight, is because we need to raise the money not only to keep the doors open, but to expand. We need to have a couple of more offices so that we can bring in some more counselors. We need a couple of different rooms so that we can have activities going on at the same time. And so your dollars will stay right here. We promise you that the dollars will go to keeping not only the doors open, but to helping people and getting the word out that we exist. The thing that could be worse tonight is it's Sunday show, and coming up at the very end of our broadcast here tonight, so it's so great. I cannot wait to show you from Chad Michaels. And of course, we all know Chad Michaels. Chad Michaels was on RuPaul's Drag Race, and when we reached out to Chad Michaels to see if he would be a performer, you keep in mind that we weren't ever going to have a telethon. We were going to do this live in person and have a performance by Chad Michaels in person. And he said, absolutely. He has been so supportive to Clock Inc. So we are grateful tonight to have Chad's coming out story.
Or considered perverted or just generally wrong. So I had to kind of live my teen years under the radar and develop survival skills to make it through. And I focused on school and got good grades, but I did live, you know, a lot of my teenage years in fear of being bullied and beat up and singled out and embarrassed in front of the school. So, you know, like many people, I had to figure out ways to make it through. So finally, when, you know, I started meeting like my mom, and I received, you know, a lot of love and support, and I'm very grateful for that. And I know that that's not how it goes for many people, and it's not how it has gone in the past. And, you know, my wish for my LGBTQ plus siblings is that things do go smoothly for you, and that you're able to claim the person you are with ease and grace and without resistance, and that you can face your life as the person that you want to be. And
oh, isn't that great? Oh, and we're going to have a great performance from Chad coming up in just a little bit, so stick around for that. Earlier, we told you that on our GiveSmart page, which of course you've already been to, it's clock.givesmart.com, and we have a secret mystery box there. And we told you a little bit earlier that the mystery box, it's up to $55. Should we talk about what's in it? We could.
You want the graphic?
Oh, either way, or we could go to my computer right here because I figured out how to get all of the boxes out. You know, you have to hit the minimize button, and I did that. I'm not completely inept on computers. Whatever. It's all good.
I could just show them.
Shut. It comes with Chad pins and Chad Michaels candle as well. So again, 3 T-shirts that say, "I'm Cher, bitch." That was 2 times. I can't say it anymore. I won't. I promise. If my boss calls here tonight, tell him I'm not here. I'm not here. Oh my goodness. Actually, how we got Chad Michaels' telephone number, this is a good story because one of our board members, Candi Stratton, is world known for being a Cher impersonator herself. And so we got the telephone number. Now, Chase Norris back there, our executive director, thinks that he is now best friends with Chad Michaels. Because it won't ever happen again. Anyway, the mystery box is on our Give Smart page right now, so check that out. But anyway, we got Chad's digits, and we have been we haven't sold them out. But we were able to get in touch with him from Candi Stratton, and Candi is, could I call her the glue that keeps us together? That's just kind of weird, though.
I mean, you could.
I suppose I could. What?
She's a sticky trap.
She's a sticky trap. Oh my gosh. She has become quickly one of my best friends in the past year that I have known her. So what we want, she's a flight attendant, of course, and of course, as things would have it, American Airlines.
You are looked up to, that you are a role model that so many people don't have. Like, you're the one. How does that make you feel?
You know what? They're my role models. I tell you, especially from coming into clock, and also, you know, I went back to the airlines when I came back from Australia in 2011. And so many, I mean, I left in 2002 when I got married. So many of these kids, the younger generation, are out and proud and loud. Trans, you know, the trans community are out loud and proud. They're my heroes, and they inspire me so much. These kids at Clock, you know, they go to school and they're out. They're trans. They're openly trans. They're openly gay, lesbian, bisexual, you know, gender nonconforming, you know, pansexual, you know, the rainbow, the whole spectrum of the rainbow. And they're my heroes, you know. I'm so glad that I can share my story with them and be there as mentor for them, you know, but in all honesty, they're my heroes.
Oh, I love that. Well, we do have a little bit of a surprise. We're going to play a video, and I wish that you were here to see it live.
Oh, me too.
I know. I told you that there was a video, but I didn't tell you what it was. So, here you go. Can you see the screen?
Oh my God, I can.
Okay. I hope you're ready. Here we go.
I'm ready.
What do I say about Candi? Because I figure, like, whatever I say is gonna go right to her head. You know it will. You know, if we talk about how, like, incredibly awesome Candi is, which she is, or how much she does for the kids in the community, which she does, how much of a role model she is, which she is. The thing is, it's like, what is next for her? That's what I want to know. Anyway, Candi, we love you.
Just so positive and friendly and fun and upbeat. She always has something amazing to bring to the conversation. It's just been such a joy knowing her, and I can't wait to get to know her even more.
Candi is one of the most loving, kind-hearted people that I know. She has helped people who are at their lowest and breaking points. She is a great role model. She has made my life better, and I am so grateful for having her in my life.
About 11 years ago, I had the honor to meet my big show queen example, Candi Stratton. I was so amazed and blessed when she made me her drag daughter. We still have the same love and respect for each other. Paula is the most sweet person you can meet in your life, and I'm so honored and blessed that she's still in mine. I love you, Mom.
One of my fondest memories of Candi is when the Clock Youth were involved with an all-ages drag show. Candi was one of the first people to see them before they went up on stage and give them words of encouragement. And then she was also the first person to greet them when they came off the stage, giving hugs of congratulations. I think that will always strike me as the most giving that anybody can do to a youth, and Candi is the person who can do it the best.
I remember the first time that I met Candi, I walked into Clock and she was leading a group, and just every time she's around, she's nothing but like positivity all the time, and she's just so like accepting of everybody, and she makes everybody feel like they belong, and she's so loving. I feel like I could tell her almost anything.
What can I say about my dear friend Paula? Well, as a co-worker, she is a joy to be around for not only the passengers, but for the crew as well. She makes sure that everybody has a smile on their face, makes sure everybody feels heard and welcomed in her presence. As an entertainer, she's an icon. Just look at her past, all the awards she's received, all the stages that she's graced with her talent. And for the LGBT community, she is an inspiration, and so many people look up to her because she is the definition of being true to yourself. I love you, Paula. Thank you so much for being my friend. I love you.
I guess if I had to say something nice about Candi, I would say that her confidence is inspiring. I think that we see a lot of growth in the kids here because they kind of feed off of it from her, and I think that our kids really benefit from that. Other than that, I would say that, you know, having Candi around is annoying, and you know, sometimes she's funny, but I guess that's probably all. Just kidding. But in all seriousness, Candi, we love having you around. We love what you do for the kids and what you do for the center, and I guess we'll keep you around for a little while longer.
So when I first met Candi, I thought that she was the sweetest, most kind, lovable person just because of the positive vibe that she gave off. And so when I heard that my fresh baby drag self got to go on the same stage as her and perform, I was like elated. I was super happy. So when she asked me to be her drag son, I was on the top of the world. But it was one of the best moments in my life, and now I can proudly say that I am the son of this wonderful, inspiring woman. And I really love her, and she's great.
I love you so much. I wish I could be there with you right now, but I just want to say thank you for all that you do. Everyone that you meet and interacts with you, you always leave a bit of sparkle and magic in their lives. I'm very grateful and lucky to know you. You're my family. I love you so much. And again, I wish I could be there with you right now, and I couldn't miss out on being a part of this one. So love you and see you soon.
And I met Candi a few years ago through drag. Just wanted to say to Candi that you deserve every ounce of appreciation you get, and I love you very much. You have been nothing but an inspiration to me as a performer and as a person, and especially a person in the LGBTQ community. And you have done so much for me, and I know for every person that you have worked with and performed with, and I wanted to thank you. So I love you. Go Candi, you rock.
She's a role model for me because when I felt unconfident, I felt like there was nothing to show for myself. She showed me that it's okay to be who I am, and that there's always someone there for you, even if you're scared, even if you're feeling alone. She's there for you. I really enjoy when she offers pizza and lets me clean her basement, because not only do I get pizza, but I get to see all the share stuff, like in the entire basement, which is full of wigs and dresses and big ass headpieces. Am I allowed to say big ass? And I really enjoy like just spontaneously hearing from her, getting checked up on. It makes me feel like I have another parent. In a good way, not like in a clean your room.
When you mean grandparent?
No, she's 21. There's no way she could be my grandparent. She's extraordinary.
So today I am here to testify on behalf of my good girlfriend, Miss Candi Stratton. I've known Candi for such a long time, and she's one of my dearest friends in the world. We originally met many years ago on MySpace, and we've been friends ever since. I've had the opportunity to work with Candi. We have had a two-woman share show that we have had the opportunity to perform around the country, and it's been one of the highlights of my career. And watching Candi at her real job, being a flight attendant, has been absolutely inspirational. Watching her break down walls and barriers and showing the world who we are. Her reign as Miss Trans USA was all through her love and compassion and kindness, and the world could use more Candi Strattons, and I'm lucky to have the one and only original one as one of my best girlfriends. So I'm just sending love to all of you at Clock, and especially to you, Miss Candi Stratton. You are a national treasure, and I love you.
There are many words that we could use to describe Candi, probably too many. So Miss Melina and I decided to narrow it down by using the letters of her name. C stands for courageous, because Candi is fearlessly herself, even in the face of adversity. A stands for accepting. Regardless of who you are or where you're from, Candi is always there with open arms waiting to give you a hug. N stands for noble. She has a great moral compass, and it's always pointing in the right direction. D stands for deserving. Candi is deserving of many things in life, but being recognized as being a kind, respectful person is definitely at the top of that list. And I stands for inspiring. Candi is an inspiration to many, but she is definitely an inspiration to the kids that we have at Clock, and that is something that is irreplaceable to us. So, we love you, Candi. Say we love you, Candi.
Melina Paula in different roles: a share goddess, performer, advocate, friend, mentor. She's the comic sister to my practical side. She's the compassionate caregiver to our mother who's in assisted living. She has a vulnerable side also, a product of growing up LGBT in the time that she did. But this has made her become a wonderful advocate for those who are traveling the same journey. And she's taught me that our path isn't always straight, and it isn't always easy, but to persevere. I love you.
I met Candi about 5 years ago. Her positivity and kindness just attracts you to her, and you want to be in her presence. I am very grateful to call her one of my best friends. She's one of the most generous and kind and giving individuals, gives everything she can to others in need. Not many people can say that they can do that, and she doesn't want the recognition, she just wants to help, and she's a good person for good reasons. Watching her interact with the Clock kids is incredible. She gives them so much positivity, and she loves them tremendously and gives them that encouragement that whatever they're going through or struggling with, they can get through it, and this is temporary, and she's there to support them in any way she can, and she shares her story and finds every way she can to relate to them. She's impacted my life in so many ways, and I am forever grateful. Candi Stratton, she's one of a kind, one of the most amazing human beings. There need to be more Candi Strattons in the world.
Thanks a lot. I had to go
You
to work.
didn't know that was happening, did you?
No. Oh, I hate you all.
You are such a role model. I can't imagine anybody else, and the value that you have and you bring to Clock every time that you come up with an idea, or you're there for support for not only the kids that come in the door, but the kids who have yet found us.
you know, I don't stop. I told Chase the other day, I went to a store here in the Quad Cities, and the person working there, I never question anybody, but they turned around and they had a necklace on that said he, him, and had the trans flag behind it. And I said, have you been to Clock yet? And he said, no, I haven't, but I don't know if he said his roommate or a good friend had gone there and heard of, these amazing binders, that they got from there. And I said, oh, you need to stop in. It's an amazing place, for everybody. And, I constantly am telling people about Clock. So,
well, we hope you have safe travels. Get on that flight tonight, and know there's a lot of people back here in the Quad Cities who are thinking of you.
I love you guys. Thanks for ruining my makeup before work.
Love you too.
I love you guys. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You just, I love you. Bye, you guys.
She was here. She's flying right now because I sent her a text message and she did great. And she is completely attached to her phone, so she would have texted me back. Candi understands how important it is, because I was talking with her and she said that trans wasn't even a thing when she came out. It wasn't even an option. And you think now about how so many of the kids and adults can live their authentic lives today. And that's only happening because we are taking steps to move forward. Keeping Clock stores open is only going to happen with on our fundraising site, and that's clock.givesmart.com. We do want to run down some of the donations that are coming in, so we really appreciate this, and so we think that these deserve the shout out. Our good friend Andrew Kugelman, $30 membership into the Clock Circle. Now keep in mind the Clock Circle is the monthly thing. We wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a one donation. This is a great thing, especially for parents and grandparents whose kids and grandkids have been helped by Clock, that you can continue to give, because when you give, you should know that that money is going to help out more kids. Thank you, Robbie, for giving us dollars. Thank you very much. My grandma just donated. Chase's grandma, wait a minute. Arlene? Yes. Shout out to Arlene. And Becky, you said I need to give a shout out too.
Monica Bulbach.
Monica. Oh, that's the next. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Monica, for your donation of $50. Oh my goodness. David Birdwell, $100. Sean Starks. Oh, that's Sean Starks. That's my better half. $100. Thank you, Sean. Oh, I just got a text message back from Canada. I want you to donate tonight for the kids that we have yet to meet, because Sage is one of our favorites.
Hi, my name is Sage, and this is my story. I was younger, and I really liked to play with a lot of male toys, like motorcycles or like toy cars. My mom called me a tomboy, which I accepted, but then I started thinking for a while, and I was like, I don't feel this is right. This has to be something else. Hey Mom, I'm a boy. And she said, well, I don't think you're a boy. Let's try gender fluid or non-binary. And we tried that for a while, and I didn't really like it. I eventually just said, hey Mom, I think this is it. I think I'm a boy. Here I am.
What has it been like for you since you've come out, living your truth?
Oh, it's been great. I feel awesome.
What is a piece of advice or something you would say to somebody who feels like they can't come out or don't have support?
I would say that do it when you're ready and you feel the most comfortable to come out. And if someone doesn't support you, just kick them out of your life. what's the point of having someone mean in your life that's not going to accept you for you?
Amen. Absolutely, right? That's what this is all about. It's about putting your foot forward and knowing that you got support. And that's what CLOC is all about. Our next coming out story may have been different without CLOC. Sam is on a road that probably would not have ever been found if it weren't for this organization. Meet Sam.
My name is Sam, and this is my story. Not quite female, not quite male. Just, it's kind of like having a puzzle piece from another puzzle. It's like, it looks like it'll fit, but it never does. I had the whole acronym, and then some. So at first I was like, oh yeah, I'm a lesbian. Not quite. Then okay, then I think I'm, a trans guy. Not quite either. And then, I thought, okay, so I'm just bi, It's like, maybe. There's another option. There's something else I can be. Something that fits me. My friends all accepted me with open arms. I've made new friends because of this too. I went to Pride in Iowa City, was feeling really great. That's when I got my first flag. It was the non-binary flag, and it was so great. And I kind of bumbled my way into coming out with that with my parents. And my mom was like, okay, if you really think so. My father, he just ignored it completely. He didn't want to know anything. He didn't want that to exist. He didn't want me to be anything other than his little girl that I was when I was like 5. Things change, and that's okay.
To help the community. Providing a safe space for our LGBTQ plus youth is important, and I'm proud to support this organization and to call Chase my friend. Well, I wouldn't say there was a single moment, but rather a series of moments throughout my entire life. I'm blessed to have had a mother and a dad who would talk routinely around the kitchen table about the importance of treating others kindly. The old golden rule of treating others the way we want to be treated. I've known people who are gay my entire life. My neighbors, friends, family, coworkers. It's just always seemed to be what was right to make sure I treat people well. Well, probably being elected to Congress, working in Washington, D.C., and seeing so many of my own staff in other congressional offices, and members of Congress who are part of the LGBTQ plus community. And because of that, when there was the Supreme Court ruling in June of 2015 declaring same-sex marriage legal in all 50 states, it was such a joyful moment to see the level of excitement in the nation's capital. I feel that was a turning point in the fight for LGBTQ rights, and it was a defining moment for our country. All right, well, let me say this. You have support. You are loved. You have the freedom to be who you are. Not everyone will be understanding or loving or even supportive, but most people will be. And we're here for you. We love you. I know this year's event looks different than we had all imagined, but the work that CLOC Inc. does is more important than ever. Thank you to Chase, and thank you to the entire CLOC team. Thank you for the opportunity to share this video with you, and we'll see you soon.
Voting is more important than ever here on kind of the day before election day, right? So Cheri Bustos, we wish you well in your election coming up. Now, you might say, what happened to all of this room here? Well, you may have forgotten that we are giving away a 55-inch TV with a sound bar, which is a bar of sound. And so now it is time to give our first name. Well, it might be the only name. So let's bring Becky in here. Come on in.
Are you ready for the board?
Yeah, we're ready. Okay.
Sabuar.
Chris, right there. I like how it says call me.
Yeah, call me Chris.
And I love our graphics. I feel like our graphics are second to none.
You know, it took me a while, so yeah.
No, that's great.
This is my phone number, Chris. You got to call me at this
All right.
phone number right now.
563-293-4013. And it's even on these fancy graphics. You know, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
But we only have 2 minutes,
2 minutes.
for Chris to call. We probably are not saying your name
so sorry about the
correctly.
last name, Chris. So sorry.
But Chris, you've got 2 minutes because right after Kimberly, if Chris doesn't call, we're going to give another name out.
That's right.
Okay, so take a look at Kimberly. Chase, you can do it. He's back there behind.
Story. I feel so stupid for always thinking like, just like this, there's this ridiculous things you'll think back about that you did or you thought about, like, well, if I wear this or if I act this way, does that make me, because I really struggled with figuring that out, like, and it's not because I'm gay or because I'm a lesbian or because I'm butch as people would make me feel growing up, you know? So I'm just kind of like, I'm just who I am. Nothing is, I don't know, I just feel more myself than ever. And so I guess I was just waiting for a good opportunity to bring it up. And when I met my now girlfriend, that's when I did. I didn't hesitate to come out because of any feelings of shame or really questioning at that point. I just didn't have a good reason to come out. I felt I hadn't like met somebody that I wanted to take around to say, hey, this is somebody that I'm dating, and surprise, it's a lady. My cousins and my brothers were really, really supportive. They weren't really even that surprised, to be honest. But it was my older family members that they expressed concerns, which I knew it came out of a good place, but it didn't matter. If it came out of a good place, it wasn't gonna change my mind, but it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Yeah, it decides we don't talk about it now, which I don't know is the same thing as being accepting or supportive, but we just don't talk about it. It was like a moment where I really, truly had to be the person who stood up for myself and be true to myself, and I did it, even when it was really scary and really hard. There are people who will be your community. If you don't have them immediately, you reach out and you'll find a community of people who would absolutely love to have you. That's why the clock is here.
There we go, Kimberly. Now, this is the last chance for Chris to call. No, nothing?
I have not gotten a call.
We have not gotten a call from Chris, so, oh boy. Don't tell him that he could have won a 55-inch TV. Oh, or it could be a her, I suppose, if it's Chris. Or they, yes. Thank you very much, Elise.
Wait.
Wait.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, we're keeping going.
Yeah, we're good. So the next winner.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Kathy.
How is it?
K-A-T-H-Y.
Yeah. We can get these names that we can't possibly pronounce.
L-E.
Oh, my goodness.
L-O-N-E-K.
Lalonic. Kathy Lalonic. It's you that could win the 55-inch TV with the sound bar, which is, of course, everybody knows it's the bar of sound, but it's the 55-inch. It's like a 4K TV, too. This is not some little, nice TV. This is a good TV. Yeah. You might even be able to zoom in the pores of your favorite morning weather anchor. That's
Eric, I'm getting a call.
You are? Hold on. We got a call coming in. We've got a call coming in, ladies and gentlemen. It could be Kathy. Could be Kathy. Stay tuned. We are on pins. And Kathy wins! Kathy Yay! Woohoo!
And a bar of sound. Congratulations.
Kathy! You are our winner.
Oh, thank you so much for your
time. Oh, my goodness. Our grand prize winner, Kathy, fantastic. Thank you for watching and donating, because everybody who donated up to this point had a chance to win that 55-inch TV. Now, our coming out stories continue with one of our friends who...
Really hard. The hardest person for me to tell was my mother. For some reason, I always thought that she wanted a girl, so coming out and transitioning from female to male, I thought that was going to be really hard for her, and that we would have like a disconnect. And that was what I was most fearful about, was like disappointing her. the first thing she said to me was, you know, mother's intuition, like, I always kind of thought I knew, but, you know, this is your journey and you had to come and tell me. Telling my mom was the most important thing to me, and the scariest part. Everyone else and everything else was just like, whatever. If they accept it, they accept it, but she was the one. She was like, how are you supposed to be this man, this masculine figure, but not lose some of these really great qualities that come along with being more in touch with your feminine side? And so I guess I'm most proud of finding my balance and just being okay with that and not worrying about, you know, society's idea of what's masculine. I have so much confidence now, like I'm able to do things that I just would have never been able to do, and it wasn't because it's like I didn't have the capacity to do it, it was like I just didn't have the confidence to do it. When you become who you're supposed to be, it's just like new eyes. Like you see the world in a different way. There's all these new possibilities. You have all this optimism, at least for me. That's how it was.
Nathan's great upcoming musician here in the local Quad Cities area as well. Before we go any further, our silent auction, are we doing that? Ooh, no, silent auction time. We're getting close to ending the silent auction. And this is good because I got a text from my sister, Laura, and she goes, I'm in the lead on 3 items. So Laura, this is good for you. All right, can we go to the computer? Let's go to the computer and see what the numbers are up here. Right now, as you can see, this is live. The mystery box continues at $55. The photography session, that's come up to $50 as well. The clock pride is really cool. That's $70. I'm losing the dog lovers. You see that? I placed a bid.
Put a bigger bid.
You want me to put a bigger bid? I also like this Mary's on Second basket because that's got some goodies in it.
What's that one up to? I can't see.
That's up to, oh, sorry, it was a little farther down. That's $60. So that's,
You could do that.
I could probably do that, couldn't I? Yeah, I could. There's so many good things, but make sure you get these in because this is going to be closing soon. Even though it says 44 minutes at the top of the screen, we're going to close this at the end of our broadcast, which is coming up in just a few short minutes. Now, should we do a shout out to some of our sponsors? Because it's not just this pile of Post-it notes that I have in front of me. It is a lot of our sponsors as well. So we want to give a shout out, and we want you to remember the names that you see on the screen because these are the supporters of Clock and believe that the diversity in our community makes us better. So thank you so much to Brad, Fugate from Modern Women, Fireplaces Plus in Bettendorf, fantastic people. I know Jerome and Molly personally, they will take good care of you. Vandergenst Law, Olson Law Firm, Matthew C. Cannon, DDSPC, and of course, you know the DDSPC stands for a darn good dentist. JC's of the Quad Cities, Varieties Nightclub, and the Happy Cat. You're saying to yourself, what's the Happy Cat? This is where Chase gets all of his tattoos done, and it's fantastic. Also, Mary's on Second, we thank everybody who's watching us live from Varieties and Mary's on Second here for tonight.
Fresh films.
And Fresh Films, because if we didn't have Fresh Films, this would be one awful FaceTime that we would probably be figuring out how to do. And I have to give a big shout out. Elise back there is running our computers right now for all of the donations that are coming in. Chase Norris, our executive director, is right there, our executive producer, and Becky Castaneda is our technical director, who is a pro already.
I'm a pro.
And all of these people could be coming to work with me at Channel 8. I think we may hire you because you now all have this experience. Please keep donating and keep those donations coming in as well. We want to talk about, so take a look at this.
Terribly afraid that one or more of them would not love me anymore. Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is my story. I grew up in a situation where there were no role models. I also grew up in an alcoholic home. Both my parents were alcoholic. It was very chaotic. Kids that grow up that way learn to just stuff their feelings inside so that they don't have to deal with it. Additionally, just like my parents, I became an alcoholic. Never planned, but it happened. One day I woke up and I opened my eyes and went, oh shit, I'm just like my mother. I was able to get into treatment and I began to understand what was going on with me as far as my feelings. And I began to understand that there was a lot more to me than what I had ever dreamt of. My oldest was probably 18 at this point. It's not that they didn't know, but I hadn't gone into great detail. It was a problem when I came out to my mother. She got very angry and wanted to know why couldn't I control my roommate? And I said, I can't control my roommate. Besides which, she's my partner. And you don't control other people. The only person you can control is you. My father, he knew, but he didn't say anything for a long time. And interestingly enough, I kind of came out to him at the same time I told him I was leaving the Catholic Church, joining another church. It was like he was more upset that I was leaving the Catholic Church than that I was a lesbian. He was great. He was great support and encouragement. He was really there. I went right out of treatment. A year later, I'm in school and college. But some place that you feel safe enough that you can come out. Then the other piece of advice I would have is, what is it that you're afraid of? What is the barrier? And is there some way that I can change that barrier? Is there a way that I can go around it or over it and not through it?
So courageous to share her story. And, the story is that it's okay. It is absolutely okay, no matter where you are in life. And the fact that, with all of our differences make us more valuable as a community. We are just about to wrap up here, believe it or not. Our big grand finale is coming up in just minutes. We're right on time here as we're running up towards 9 o'clock. Our last coming out story tonight is from Macus. And not all coming out stories are easy. There's no book that you can read that will say how to come out or what is the best way. Organizations like Clock Inc. are so important. Please meet Macus.
My name is Macus, and this is my story. I came out on Coming Out Day, which is October 11th, and I came out in 2016 with this big whole novel that I wrote and edited over the course of 2 weeks beforehand, and I posted it on my personal Facebook, where I hadn't talked to my mom, my dad, anybody about it. The only person I really talked to was some of my closest friends, but my parents, when I came out, had kind of an adverse reaction to it. Like, everything was, why are you doing this to me? How could you treat me like this? It was really hard to kind of step out of my comfort zone and let myself be vulnerable and then be met with these daggers by my parents, the people who are supposed to trust me the most. But they have said that you don't need to tell everyone everything about you, whereas I'm of the opinion that this is my identity, this is who I am. People should know who I am if they're going to be associated with me. But someone that they look up to came to me and said, I understand who you are and I support you. My aunt, who I haven't seen since I was maybe 3, private messaged me on Facebook after the fact and said, I understand that your parents are being less than supportive about this. If you ever need a place to stay, my home is always welcome to you. She came out of the woodwork just to tell me that she supported me no matter what. And that kept me going for a very long time. With someone that says that they don't have support, I don't think it's true that no one has support. There are so many resources in the Quad Cities, like Clock, obviously, that you can find the support, and if you surround yourself with the people that you want to be surrounded with, you will always have support. And even if you your parents say similar things to like what mine did, I think eventually they're going to realize that this is who you always were, this is who you always will be, and hopefully they'll turn around and support you.
Each story is absolutely different, and we never understood what we were going to get when we put up that camera and invited so many to come and participate in sharing their coming out stories, and they're all different. There's no rule book on how to do it, and that sometimes makes it harder for people to do that because they don't know what the next step is going to be. Why do I take that step? Why don't I just stay in the closet? Why, maybe I can just try to live inauthentically. But the commonality between all of these tonight that you could see is it was better on the other side than it was before. And that's what Clock Inc. does. Clock Inc., we're growing, and we hope to do more in the community by getting out to schools. Maybe we won't need a center like Clock, but you know what? Right now we do, and that's why we need you to give. We're going to give the final tallies coming up in just a little bit. Also, the final way that you can donate, because even though our telethon is going to go off the air at about, 5 minutes or so, there will always be a need for you to donate. And I want you to start thinking about the clock circle. If you're just tuning in and you don't know what the clock circle is yet, we will get to that. All right, so now on to the grand finale. Everyone's like, this Eric needs to stop talking. It kind of like all the emails I get, just stick to the from Chad, who was on season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race and went on to, he won the first season of All Stars, right? Yeah. So really, really cool. Known throughout the world for his talent and great personality. We are so happy to bring the performance of the night, Chad Michaels, to the Quad Cities. Here's Believe. Isn't that great? Well, that just about wraps us up here for our Time Is Now Clock Telethon. But before we go, we want to give you ways that you can continue to donate. We hope that we've given you a reason to donate and so that you understand the reason why we need to raise money to keep our door open over here. Because in a pandemic, there's a lot of ideas that we're different tiers to the Clock Circle. And I want you to think about how much you spend on things like maybe your Hulu or your Spotify or your Netflix or your Amazon Prime, or how much you spent at Starbucks last week. When you think about that and you say, we're asking you for $15 a month or $30 a month, this is nothing compared to what you spend on ordinary items. So keep in mind, this is a great way to give throughout the year, the Clock Circle. Here's how to do it. Go to clockinc.org, click on the Clock Circle. It's up there on our website all the time. You can choose a membership, whatever tier you want, and you can change it as you go along. You just click join and then sign up. And in calendar year 2021, we have great big ideas for the Clock Circle, so make sure that you're entered that. All right, so it's time now for the final total here, which is absolutely fantastic for something that we never thought that we could do here, and it is, I almost said 1,000. It's $15,673. $15,000 to keep our doors open and to make sure that this community service continues here. Clock Inc., we thank you for being a part of this here tonight. Your generosity means so much. This is, I think, if we continue to get the support and the feedback from you guys at home. So once again, we're going to replay Chad Michaels. We're re-racking that, and so we can enjoy it one more time. And again, thank you, everybody, and good night.